Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Wednesday live stream for American Horror Story. I do apologize. My special guest, Cami, is running a little behind today, and I'm going to add her to the stream whenever she is able to join. So let's go on ahead and let's talk American Horror Stories first, because that's right around the corner. That premieres July 21st, and I am so excited. It's only going to be on Hulu. So don't forget, guys, I gave you so many tips on how to watch American Horror Stories last time it premiered. So don't forget, if you want to watch American Horror Stories and you don't have the money for it, I can help you with tips in order to watch it for free, okay? And still watch it with Hulu. Okay, so secondly, I want to say a huge shout out and happy birthday to a longtime wonderful viewer, Chase. Chase, happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful and amazing day. And thank you so much for always giving me your support on the channel and just your kind words and just wonderful topics that you give me. So thank you so much for always being there and being such a wonderful viewer. So, okay, I believe Cami is now here. I'm going to go on ahead and add her to the stream. And then we're going to go on ahead and talk American Horror Stories. Hello, Cami. No worries.
I'm so sorry to be late. I had book club stuff to do, and it's hot out.
Yeah, no worries. We've all been there. So we're talking about American Horror Stories first. And one thing I want to get out of the way, because a lot of people have been asking, is Sarah Paulson. A lot of people want to know about Sarah Paulson and what's happening with her. And I just want to say that she did say that she might come back to American Horror Story in the future. We don't know if she's returning for season 11. That would be a nice surprise. But she just said that, basically American Horror Story is like her home. So maybe one day she'd go back. So I thought that was very interesting. And maybe one day we will absolutely see Sarah Paulson back. And Cookie says hi. He's actually feeling better. So also, all 3 seasons, I wanted to let everybody know that of American Crime Story and all 3 seasons of Pose are actually on Hulu right now. So if you guys did not get to see any of American Crime Story or any of the seasons of Pose, they were phenomenal. Did you see them, Cami?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure because I do have the air conditioner on. I did not see Pose. I'm not familiar with it.
Okay.
Did
you
see
American Crime Story?
I did watch American Horror Story season 1. I'll be honest with you, it grabbed me, but it didn't grab me.
Okay.
I would have liked. Like I said, I think he kind of picked on us last season because with American Horror Stories, I think it's kind of like making it a game. It made me want to go out and YouTube it and go, oh, is this a game? I'm ready to play. Mary, let's go.
Gotcha. Well, definitely give season 2 a try. It's beautiful. It's so just it's outstanding. And then of course season 3 that just aired with the Monica Lewinsky scandal, it was really fantastic.
I did start watching it. Now that I think about it, I did start watching it the other day, but it was like one of those things like the kids were running around. I'm like, I really can't focus on this right now. Right. So I'm like, but the one I heard that was really good and I never got to see was about Bob Fosse. There was one about Bob Fosse and Gwen Vernon, I guess. Dance or something, some dance choreographer.
I have. Could see. Stop it, baby. I have not seen that one. Let's see. Let's move into.
I can't remember what it was called, but I know Prom is the Prom one with Meryl Streep. That one's on Netflix right now. I was going to watch that one day because that's only a show. I think a one-time thing.
Okay, no, I have not seen some of those as of yet. I still have a lot of shows to catch up on. There is one thing I do want to let people know as well, that I have been waiting for AHS 1984 to come out on DVD or Blu-ray. I don't have them behind me, but I do have a lot of the sets on physical formats. Sadly, though, the show has decided that they will never get an official DVD release. This is 1984 and double feature. Disney bought the rights to American Horror Story. Don't forget that, guys. And Disney has chosen not to release those 2 seasons in a physical format. Or, sorry, not to release American Horror Story in physical formats anymore. Isn't that a punch to the...
That is terrible. So it means future seasons we're not going to be able to buy as collections.
Nope. I think somebody says that 1984 is available on Amazon. I haven't checked it out, but I just wanted to let people know.
Lucky because I have 84 set before the Disney Switch, and I do have the double feature before it went on bone.
I screen recorded mine, so yeah, it's...
We'll find ways to get it. We'll find ways.
Yes, exactly. Fans will find ways. And I know we were talking about Dennis O'Hare yesterday, and I wanted to let everybody know that Dennis O'Hare has absolutely joined the cast of season 2 of American Horror Stories. So awesome. I'm very happy to report that. And let's see. I'm sorry. I have my notes right here. So I'm sorry. That's what I was just going through.
I'm just really bummed by that. By Disney. Now I know why I really don't like Disney.
I know. They're such an evil company anyway. Matt Lasky, it honestly bothers me too, because I loved 1984. I know a lot of people didn't, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It grew up on me. It grew on me.
Yeah, and had I not actually recorded it through my computer, I won't have a physical copy, and that sucks.
Exactly.
Because I love to watch my AHS Blu-rays.
Yesterday, we lived that era, so we knew like the reference to the slashers and the music and the whole carousel.
Yeah. I do want to tell you guys though about the casting that Matt Lasky, I guess he was from AHS Cult, Kina Arias, and Mersa Menendez have joined the cast of AH Stories. They're in the first episode. So that's fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay, I was noted about Evan Peters. Is Evan Peters coming back? In my opinion, I don't think he is, but if he does, that would be great. So there's a lot of talk about, that's American Horror Story. We're going to get to that one.
It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. Are you ever having that problem?
I used to, but then now I understand how to go and actually check those rumors and actually find out if they're authenticated or not. And that's why sometimes, like whenever a rumor just comes in, I'm like, I go check it against American Horror Story sources. And if it's not registered with it, I just
because I was wondering if he's had anything up on Instagram lately, or if he's still quiet.
He's still been pretty silent as far as I know. American Horror Story season 2 filmed in Altadena, California. So they are actively filming in California at that point. I think now they are absolutely moving to New York. And yep, we already got the premiere date right there. There was also they spotted them being filmed at a cemetery in California for the first episode. It's like described to be a funeral scene, and that's for the first pilot episode of season 2. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, okay. No, I have to.
And this is going to be for the stories, correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
I do want to let you guys know really quickly. I'm so sorry I added this into stories. I don't know why I did, but Adina Porter is not going to be back to AHS 11. So she won't be in stories or season 11. She's doing a new show right now, The Challenging, and maybe she'll have a guest role, maybe, but she's doing something very important right now. And I know she's also been on the True Blood podcasts that they've been doing on Instagram and other platforms. So she's been really busy, and sadly, I just don't think Adina is going to be coming back.
He's also doing another American crime story, Studio 54, and a love story.
Love story. That would be a good one.
JFK Jr. and his wife, and then American Sports Story. I think we're branching way in galaxies we don't know.
Oh, well, I think honestly, Ryan has already found his new topic. I think it should be American Crime Story, like Depp versus something like that. They should honestly do Johnny Depp and Amber Heard next. That's what I think.
Exactly.
Because I mean, he survived, and at first he was put down for it, and he survived and proved his case. And in my opinion, she did not. So, yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that another time, though. But I think that should be the theme for season 4 of American Crime Story.
I'm checking some leads when I'm talking. I'm on, so I'm checking some leads also while I'm talking to you.
AHS Stories is reporting that season 2, episode 2, filmed wedding scenes at the Pasadena City Hall, and that's pretty interesting. I love it how people are actually going out there. Excuse me, to kind of find out what's going on and things that are happening. Let's see. Season 2, episode 2 of AHS Stories will focus on the relationship between Sam and Jesse and will feature scenes. Okay, so those are the two characters, Sam and Jesse. Okay. It's almost like I don't know, maybe it'll be kind of like a Ready or Not kind of thing.
I'm having season 2 of American Stories being about, it's going to be in a reference to about, wait a second. That was last season when they did the fertility clinic thing, right?
When they did the what?
Fertility clinic?
No. So I'm definitely getting to the episodes. People wanted to know kind of like of who is going to be part of the seasons, like actors and things like that. So
yeah, and that's what I'm getting that it's, I think it was one they did already.
No problem.
But I do have a question once everybody joins us. So, what you guys liked about Stories and what you didn't like?
Madison Eisman is rumored to be that character of Sam in episode 2. So that's actually pretty cool. And excuse me, I know we've reported this before. However, I wanted to reiterate that Dennis O'Hare is going to be in American Horror Stories season 2. And he will be, supposedly, it's rumored that he's going to be connected to a past AHS season. I really think that that's interesting.
Yeah, that is.
One thing that I found that Dennis said before in the past, he did an interview with Digital Spy, and he said the one character I think that I had the most hard time shaking was Liz Taylor from American Horror Stories season 5. But she was also a character I had no interest in revisiting because she was a complete story. Whereas there are other characters I feel like, oh, I didn't quite really get to explore that person completely. I would love to go back and do more. But with Liz, I felt she had a great story. It was finished, done, and put to bed. So I don't think that he'll be connected to Liz because that was my first thought. Liz Taylor was my absolute favorite actor or character that Dennis had portrayed. I mean, do you feel the same way, Cammie? Or
I'm trying to think who my favorite character was that he did.
I remember he was the Burned Dad. He was the one who was so in love with Constance.
The Burned Dad in the first one. I think the Burned Dad, I felt sorry for him. I think I'm just running through it in my mind real quick. Did he part in the second one?
Yes. Or
second season?
I'm pretty sure he was in the second season.
Third, he didn't talk. Fourth, he was in Freak Show. I'm trying to remember. Oh my God. I want to say my favorite character of his, I felt bad for him as a character in the first one. Mm-hmm. Really bad because he let so many people manipulate him, dead and or alive. I didn't feel bad for him in Freak Show. He played a real jerk. I did not like him in that one.
Agreed.
But I think Liv Taylor Not Liv Tyler. Now I'm really post-dating myself. Liz Taylor, he really, I think that was his Queen of Rock performance, even though you said he wasn't a fan.
So we'll see how he's going to be linked to American Horror Stories,
I'll be anxious to see. Is he going to become the Burn Man again?
No, it just says that his character is going to be connected to a past AHS season. So I thought immediately Liz Taylor, but then when I found that quote from him in the article of Digital Spy, I thought, I don't think it's going to be Liz Taylor. So in my opinion, maybe something to Roanoke.
I'm thinking Coven. That he's going to have a really silent role, no pun intended.
Right? Because, yeah.
I think it's really going to be quiet. It's going to be subtle. It's not going to be nothing too elaborate. It's going to be something you're like,
Absolutely.
Now I'm on Digital Spy. Now I see where you are on Digital Spy.
Now, Spencer Neville, he was from 1984 AHS. Cameron Cooperwaith, I'm sorry if I butchered his last. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. He was from AHS Cult. And Jessica Van, she's from Awkward MTV. They have all joined the cast of American Horror Stories Season 2, Episode 2. So we're getting so many new actors and even alums of past seasons.
It's hard to keep up.
It's really awesome, yeah, to have them all, but it is difficult to keep up. And then Logan Kibbins, he's going to be directing the second episode of AHS Story Season 2, which he directed the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Ooh.
It is so, okay. So there is just so much really cool stuff that's out there right now. Let me scroll through. Yes, I know.
There's some, I remember seeing a while back, and I thought of always doing one. Somebody did a Stephen King universe poster on Pinterest. I don't know if you ever saw it. And it had links to every correlation was to everybody and who was who. I'm thinking we're going to have to start doing that with American Horror. There's going to be links. Like I said, I still think he's going to do a tie-in. I think this season he's going to start doing tie-ins. Because I said, the last episode grabbed me. Like I said, American Horror Stories, I was on the fence, and then I saw that last one. I'm like, where do I get this game? I got to order it. Right.
Well, I don't know. I was like, I can't wait for the Evil Dead video game. I'm not going to lie. I was...
Well, like I said, I was really impressed with Cindy Crawford's daughter's acting.
Yeah, me too. Kaya Gerber
I was like, she should have been in 84, I think, because that would have been funny. Like playing her mother. That would have been funny.
Almost like if she would have been Montana, but I don't think that she would have done Montana as well as Billy Lord.
Not as well.
Yeah.
Billy Lord carried it, I think. She carried it.
Definitely. But she has a lot of weight on her back from carrying a lot of 1984 on her shoulders. So yeah,
Billy Lord has impressed me already. She's bounced back so quickly from tragedies. I mean, like with her mother dying and her grandmother dying. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's bounced back. I mean, and went right back. And then she had a baby, which you couldn't tell so much in one episode, but then this next episode of the American Horror Stories, you could tell that she was out there. Like the one where they were doing a spoof on Rosemary's Baby. And you could tell, and I mean, because I follow her on Instagram, and I'm anxious to see she's going to have her earmuffs on.
Right.
It's a reference to Scream Queens.
Yes. I do want to also get
that.
I'm sorry?
What is the purpose of that? Did we ever find out?
Scream Queens?
Did we ever find out why she wears the earmuffs in Scream Queens?
Oh, yeah, because a guy was so in love with her that he told her that if he ever saw her again, he'd cut off her ears. So that's why she wears earmuffs. Yeah.
Okay. Must be I was sleeping through that portion.
So American Horror Story Season 2, Episode 3 is going to focus on tensions between a suburban housewife and her husband. She becomes targeted by a dangerous individual. So that is definitely a very nice kind of little synopsis there. I'm really excited to kind of see what goes about that. Nancy Lyham has joined the cast of the 3rd episode of American Horror Stories. She's on 911 Lone Star, if you guys haven't watched 911 Lone Star. And that's
another one I was going to watch sometime.
She has now the 3rd episode of American Horror Stories, which is fantastic. And oh, Lord have mercy. Sarah Paulson. Wait. Oh my God. What? Oh, Sarah Post. Oh my God. What? I'm sorry. I wrote it wrong. My eyes were just skimming over. I'm like, Sarah Paulson joined the cast of American Horror Stories. No, Sarah Post has joined the cast of American Horror Stories. Which that's great.
Could have been worse. You could have said Sarah Palin. My phone just made it Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin joins American Horror Story.
Supposedly, guys, I do want to let you know, supposedly, there is a Scream Queen season 3 happening. I haven't checked. It hasn't been confirmed by Hulu or Fox, which is supposedly where it's supposed to be airing. But if that happens, we'll definitely do a video.
Definitely. Well, that's like, speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, there is another Halloween coming out in October. There's another one coming out. And supposedly this is going to be it. This is going to get back to basics. It's going to explain everything. I thought that's what Rob Zombie's one did, that he explained it really well, but I guess this is going to be the final thread on it. So it's going to be interesting.
Gabrielle said
I'm still holding out for a Jason versus Michael instead of Jason versus Freddy. I'm waiting for my stepson and I are wishing for a Jason versus Michael, or Freddy versus Jason and Michael, and take them both down.
Nice. Dead Pop Star, what's up? Hey, it's so great to see you. Sarah Paulson is a future Scream Queen in season 3 alongside Chanel. Would be amazing. Right, Alan? That would be absolutely fun. Adam says, Kaya is one of my favorite models, and she did great. He's talking about Kaya Gerber. I just think in time, everyone gets better and more natural in the way they do, but she was great. I thought she was fantastic. I expected her to be more stiff. I mean, because she's a model. So when you kind of think of models, I kind of think of like Kendall Jenner, and she's not.
She's not. She, like I said, I agree with Adam that once she kept going, she got better. You could see she got more relaxed in herself because she pulled off some very hard scenes.
And when she was sitting with Scarlett, like in the tub, and she was talking about her life, it really did kind of seem like she was absolutely pulling from a place of pain. I mean, not saying that actually happened to her, but it just, I don't know. It just really seemed like I enjoyed it. Glenn was like, y'all were impressed with Kaya? Yes.
Yes, Glenn, we were.
We loved Angela her. We want her back.
Angela
the alien one, but she is also doing 911 with oh God, not Adina. No. I just can't think of her. Aisha Hines. That's right, Aisha Hines, because Aisha Hines was in American Horror Story as well. So they're doing that together, and I honestly, Angela Bassett has said that she will return if asked, but she has indicated that she has not been asked to return to American Horror Story. So I don't think we're going to have her back.
We'll start giving them more written invitations.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find some stories.
Arnie says, Glenn, she was amazing. So it kind of seems like we're a little divided here if everybody liked Kaya Gerber or not. What I'm going to do is after this video processes, I'm going to put a pinned comment in the comment section, and I'm going to ask you guys to vote. Did you guys love or hate Kaya Gerber? And I'm going to go ahead and go on my Instagram, and I'm going to poll it as well, and then we'll reveal the results next week.
There you go.
Because yeah, I would love to see Kaya again. She's beautiful, and like I said, I thought she did a pretty damn decent job. Adam, thank you for telling us that Dennis was not in season 2. I thought
Thank you, Adam.
he was, but yeah, he must not have been. Blaze is asking, hey, Mary, are you planning on reviewing other Ryan Murphy shows or just shows in general? Well, Blaze. I don't know.
As soon as she watches Nip Tuck, Blaze.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into watch Nip Tuck. Kemi has suggested it, so I'm going to go on ahead and try to watch that. And then I still haven't watched the first season of Chucky, which the second season is like already out. I go to a pawn shop yesterday and they had the first season of Chucky. So I'm like, oh! So now I can actually watch it. So
I started it and I was like, whoa, I don't remember this in the movie.
Right, it's supposed to be like almost like a millennial take on it. And
the first one was really good. It was really good. It was really amazing. If you can get past Renee's voice, I mean, that's all I'm going to say.
Right. Well, EJ Marino, he's another YouTuber, and I love him so much. He reviews the Chucky show, and now I can go finally after I see the episode and go watch his reviews. So yeah,
my coven.
No worries. I have my coven's here too. I hear you. I have people. I made people.
I need their people and everything. I'm trying to find out more about season stories. Paris Jackson. What was the results of people's her thinking of her acting ability?
Yeah.
I mean, I was picking on the American Horror Stories album. I was called, how many people from our generation had their children in there, and did it make you feel old? I mean, like Paris Jackson is Michael Jackson's daughter. Kaya is Cindy Crawford's daughter. I mean, it's like, okay, who would have next coming out? Prince's children coming? I mean.
Right. Absolutely. Right. Hello, Cecilia. It is so great to have you here.
Hi, Cecilia.
I'm just really excited for stories. I am really excited for the cast and of things that are going to happen, because it actually looks like they're doing something better with it. And yeah, oh, that's so funny with that. Yeah, I got Feud season 2. We'll go over that.
I do have my American Horror Stories shirt on today.
Okay, so I had the names. The 5th episode of American Horror Story season 2 has begun filming. It's going to focus on witches and witchcraft. So maybe that would go like tie into Dennis in his old Spencer character.
When he was the Silent Man, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what his name. Remember his name, the Silent Man. That's all I remember him as.
We got Gabrielle Sidibe.
Because she was in. Because Gabby's coming back too. They said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would make sense. So then will we see Jessica Lange?
No, Jessica Lange says she will not return.
Maybe we'll see Jamie Brewer.
That would be nice. Yep, we got 10 episodes for season 2 of American Horror Stories. I know that a lot of people have... Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second. Season 2 of American Horror Stories will have 8 episodes. Season 11 of American Horror Story will have 10 episodes.
So we're getting short-range 2 episodes then.
And again, remember, episode 1 for Stories is Dollhouse. Episode 2 is Necro. Episode 3 is Aura. Episode 4 is Drive. Episode 5 is Bloody Mary. And episode 6 is Facelift.
So he is doing a Bloody Mary episode.
Milkmaids is number 7. That's funny, too, to have it called Milkmaids. And then the episode 8 title is Cellulite. So, okay. That kind of gives me like a Nip Tuck feel when I hear Cellulite, you know. But what I think is really fun is that those of us who watch Pose and we love Pose, one of our favorite writers is Our Lady J. She is a phenomenal writer. And she is going to be writing the 7th episode of AHS Stories season 2 that's titled Milkmaids. I cannot wait to see this.
It's going to be interesting.
Yes, it is going to be very.
Spalding was Dennis O'Harrigan's character. Spalding.
Dead Pop Star is asking Milkmaids, Clerks reference, LOL, right? No, I think honestly it's going to be, when I think Milkmaids, I think about nursing. I think about, women maybe being forced to nurse, which is weird. How can that be an American Horror Story? But yeah,
that's good that it's going to be predominantly witchcraft, because then my sister will be happy.
Mm. Blaze is very excited for the Dollhouse one. Fred says, despite how disappointing season 1 was, season 2 sounds very intriguing, especially Milkmaids. Yes. And Arnie is saying, oh, that is so good to hear. Love me some witches. I am not going to lie. I'm happy that witches are coming back this season rather than the freaking murder house. Because,
explains why I've been having that witchy vibe. I've been having a witchy vibe, so.
If I see another murder house, I am going to vomit.
It's going to be
Apocalypse. Awesome. I'm still upset with the fact that the Antichrist got killed by an SUV. However, that was awful. I have a great theory video that I'm working on about that, guys, and I'm really happy to put it out to you soon. However, it was about the witches. I mean, it was kind of nice to revisit them and see Cordelia as, our supreme.
Yep.
So maybe just to get one of the, maybe we'll get one of the witches before they actually go to Miss Robershaw's
that would be nice.
Academy.
Like a little bit more backstory on one of the girls. Going with that, which backstory would you like to see of the girls? I would definitely love to see Gabby's backstory a little bit more.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Fred. Oh, wait. Sorry. Hold on 1 second, Fred. Dead Pop Star. I love that title, All Them Witches, because isn't that from the title of a book from Rosemary's Baby? And after Hutch was murdered, he left Rosemary a book, and the book was titled All Them Witches. So I love that Dead Pop Star. I'm sorry. I'm a huge movie file, if you guys haven't figured that out. So when Dead Pop Star put that in, I had to make mention. Fred P says, I've also read a couple sources that Milkmaids will be set in the 1700s. And I believe Bloody Mary will partially take place in the 1800s. Okay. I do love the past episodes a lot more than I do the current ones. I'm not going to lie. What do you think, Cammie?
Same here. Yeah. The past, I agree. I like the past ones more because I feel like it educates you more. Except for Roanoke, which is a whole different story. But I love the past part of it because it gives you some character frame of reference, or I don't know what I really want to say, but I do like the past ones better.
I don't know. It just seems like they get it.
The present is too.
I don't know. They get it when they did with the Montgomerys in the first season, and that took place in the past. The sets, the actors, the verbiage, it was all extraordinary.
It was all right spot on.
Yeah, same thing with season 2 in Asylum that took place in the 50s and 60s. That was incredible. Coven, some of it took place in the past, which was fantastic. And then, of course, Freak Show was set fully in the past.
That was 1950s, wasn't it?
Yes,
Asylum
1940s, 1950s, yes. So when you think about it, a lot of the great episodes are set in the past. Now, I liked Cult. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Cult. I loved it. But it was set more in the future. Same thing with Murder House. Murder House was great, but it was a present one. I really enjoy the past more than I do the present.
He blends it so well, and I think he kind of, like I said, he lost that with this past season.
Yeah.
He lost it.
I don't think that...
He lost me so much on last season.
The only reason why I would ever have a physical copy of last season is just maybe for, a theory video or just.
Mine's not even out of the package yet. It will be watched someday when there's nothing else on. Underwater breathing someplace. Or the Olympics.
I love the Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics. Those are actually my favorite.
Curling is the way to go. You got to curl. I was going to do that with my copy of the DVD.
Dead Pop Store says, "Yep, Rosemary's Baby. Yes, that's the book title. Rosemary's Baby is my favorite horror film ever. I know, Dead Pop Star. I love it.
Have you ever seen? There's a book that I remember, Rosemary's Baby, the sequel. I think there's a Rosemary's Baby, the sequel.
There is a sequel to it with Patty Duke, I think. I'm not positive. I tried to watch it one night when the antenna was actually positioned correctly, but sadly the wind blew and we got so much static I couldn't see what the hell happened. So, yeah, I think it's Whatever Happened to Rosemary's Baby, something like that.
Yep. Well, it's available, I think, on YouTube. I think that's where I was gonna watch it. I think I've seen it on there. Don't quote me on that. No, she's looking.
I am. You damn right I'm looking.
It's
By the way, guys, I want to say a quick happy birthday to Chase Dyer in case Chase is watching.
Happy birthday.
Whatever Happened to Rosemary's Baby? Let's see.
She's going through. Am I right?
Damn straight, 1976, posted by Psychedelic Dreamer. It's actually Look What's Happened to Rosemary's Baby. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. I think I'm going to have a little afternoon movie to scare the kids with. Thank you so much, starring Cammie. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've loved Rosemary's Baby ever since I was a kid, and my aunt showed it to me. My brother was having minor foot surgery, and so I was staying with my aunt for the day, and she was like, "Let's pop popcorn and let's get under covers and watch Rosemary's Baby." I'm like, "Well, what's that?" And she was like, "Just wait," and I've loved it ever since. So yeah,
it's like one of those movies that grabs you. It's just like the original Almonds.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my God. The very first one, it's like,
Bogdan, it is so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I am so happy to see you. Fred P is asking, do you both think double feature is the weakest season? Yes. I will put double feature to say that it is honestly the worst season of all. It had potential to be the top one, but
Fred, I would have rather been a passenger on the Titanic than watched double feature.
That analogy is perfect. I would have rather have tried to survive the Titanic.
On the fly. I would rather than, like I said, because it was just.
It was so damn disappointing. They built it up the first.
Well, what I want to know was really Eisenhower and Nixon really into UFOs as much as they say? Nixon, I think, was, but Eisenhower, stretch.
They just took too much and just threw it to the wall to see what would stick. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, and it was just.
Oh yeah.
Red Tide was fantastic, except for the final episode, and then the Death Valley. That was pretty damn interesting and great, but they went nowhere with it. They didn't give us any answers to anything. They gave us more questions than anything. So yeah.
I want to know, like, out there of the fans, who has found the clue for next season?
Sirens. I think it's going to be Sirens.
I'm still thinking it's going to be Sirens because now, with you saying Bloody Mary being an episode of the Stories, I think we got our answer.
Yeah. And I think, and guys, don't forget, Dominique Jackson is coming to American Horror Stories. She's coming to episode 4, and I'm really excited about that. Oh, and I want to say Dead Pop Star said the sequel, not good. It's okay. We just want to actually see it. You know,
you got to critique it.
I don't mind watching bad movies. Robbie wants to know if we've seen The Watcher. I have not.
It seems familiar.
I think I have, actually. Is it about the people who are being watched? I think it's made the movie based on the Watcher letters or something. I watch so many darn movies. Sometimes it's like really hard to remember the concept.
Same here. I've watched so many, and it's like, but if you ever really, really want to force me to watch a scary movie, and my sister's not here to hear this, but she'll be watching the stream later. When you want to torture me, make me either watch the original It or Trilogy of Terror. I hated those movies. Trilogy of Terror more so, but I was 5 years old. That was why. That's available also in YouTube.
I know I paid like $30 for a DVD copy of Trilogy of Terror. I never pay that much for movies. But I loved it. Karen Black. Oh my God, you didn't like Trilogy of Terror?
Like I said, if you want to torture me, make me sit with a clown and watch Trilogy of Terror. I mean, I just maybe someday, maybe I can watch it as an adult and I can appreciate it. But that's the way I feel about the original Incredible Hulk. I used to get scared, but now I understand it. I want to cry every episode. But maybe I'll cry at the end of Trilogy of Terror and actually feel bad for the doll when he goes in the oven. So, sorry, spoiler.
I think a lot of people around here have seen that movie, so no worries. It's a great Karen Black classic.
Every time I talk, spoiler. Donkey's alive. I was worried about the doggy. I said the prayers last night.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, poor Cookie, guys. I know y'all didn't know, but me and Cammy have been talking. Poor Cookie got really horribly sick. He was sick the night before, and he was up all night pooping and vomiting, and he was just so sick. We took such good care of him, and now he's feeling better. So he won't leave my side. So as you guys can tell,
I don't have any kitty cats joining me today. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'm surprised Waldo wasn't up here, so I hear you. Adam is asking if my channel link is in the description. Yes, it is, darling. I love AHS and anyone who loves it too. I know Mary, but haven't seen you, Cammy. So hello to you, Cammy, new friend.
Hello, Adam, new friend.
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, Cooks, hang on. I'm sorry. He likes to literally be right here. Okay. So somebody was asking about, oh, here we go. Sassy was asking, is it too early for AHS Titanic? I think that can be better described as AHS season 10. That should be retitled to Titanic because the season was broken in half and it went flopping down into the ocean.
I got it.
Killed every passenger on board.
I got it. It should have been called Close Encounters of the Titanic. You could have combined them both.
You have just renamed last season. Sassy, thank you for your help in helping us rename last season.
Close Encounters of the Titanic.
Yeah, Close Encounters.
John Cameron movie.
Okay, Cooks, baby. Mommy's got to actually look at the comments, baby. Okay. There we go.
I'm trying to think.
So great to see you too. Let's see. Cooksy. Karen Black. Everybody's like Karen Black.
No, everybody's gonna make me want to watch it tonight. Thanks a lot.
Blaze says, I thought the It 2017 wasn't that scary.
The original one with John Ritter, I think, has John Ritter in it.
Yeah, and then the
anyways is
Tim Curry.
Tim Curtin. No, not Tim Curtin.
Curry.
Tim Curry.
Yeah. The one and only Tim Curry. And Arnie says, yikes, The Exorcist. I know. I have the trilogy. Did you guys ever see the show, The Exorcist?
Was the show?
Oh my God, yes, I reviewed it. I'm so sorry if I just killed everybody's microphones by saying that, but I reviewed the first season and the second season I didn't get a chance to review, but it was so good. They had Gina, from Thelma and Louise.
Gina Davis.
Gina Davis, thank you. Gina Davis was, Gina Davis was, Cooksy, stop it. Was in it along with the Ferris Bueller's best friend, Cameron. He was the dad. It was so great.
This is why I'm here, Mary. I am your Thelma to your Louise. When you can't think, I think.
I gotcha. Yes. Thank you. And then season 2 had John Woo, who was from the Harold and Kumar movies. And
never even heard of it.
You should check them out. I bought the seasons off of Amazon, so that's how I have them, and I watched them when they premiered. However, they're hard to find. You can't buy. I don't even think they have season 1 or 2 out for purchase. So unless you want to purchase like through Amazon or purchase Hulu and watch it through that, things like that. So if you haven't actually seen it, you still have fever, baby. Then you absolutely should. I absolutely agree. Dead Pop Star. I have the book. I have a first edition copy that I paid a lot of money for. I have also the 40th edition, which has added passages by William Peter Blatty before he passed away. And oh my God. Yeah. And I even have a paperback copy so I can take it to the pool. And I have an extra hardbound copy so that way I don't ruin the first bound copy. That's how much I love that book. So
wow.
Dead Pop Star, we gotta talk about the book.
I'm going to watch all these again now. It's going to be a trilogy marathon.
I think this guy is going to need me, Miss Cammie. We're going to go ahead and probably start wrapping up in the live stream. This poor little guy. Think he needs a little love.
Love. That's fine.
Look, he put his hands on mine. It's so cute. He's down here putting his little hands on mine. But guys, don't forget that Weekly Wednesday live stream will be back next week, of course. I'm trying to get that darn theory video done. I'm actually not. I probably won't watch whatever happened to Rosemary's Baby. I'll probably just work on the theory video because I have a great Michael Langdon theory video that I can't wait to put out. I'm almost done with the script and I'm just going to film it. So I'm so excited. It's one that I really worked hard on and did a lot of research for. So,
real quick before I want to throw this out there, and I want to know if anybody out there has ever seen them, and I've only come across them once. Is they had American Story, the comic book. Has anybody ever seen them? I've seen them once, and I cannot find them again.
American Horror Story comic books?
It came out with comic books. I saw them someplace, and then I went to see them again, and they were gone. So I was wondering if anybody's ever seen them. I'd love to get my hands on one.
Okay, I'll absolutely, because I didn't know they had those. Mm-hmm. Okay, Blaze is asking a question. Do I have any weird, mind-bending, effed up horror movies recommendation? Yes. Videodrome. It's from the 70s. James Woods, Deborah Harry. It's wonderful. It is so mind-blowing. However, it is very sexual in nature. So, Blaze, I don't know how young you are, darling. I don't remember. I thought you were a high school graduate, but it is very sexual in nature. So if you are younger, don't watch it. If you want something else, maybe try like High Tension. The Saw movies are okay. I'm really not into like those torture, binding, kill kind of movies, but I love weird mind-bending movies. Hereditary is a really great one. I'm not going to lie. If you haven't seen Hereditary with Toni Collette, that is fantastic. Cammie, you have to see it. It's wonderful. It's so great. But yeah, I mean, absolutely.
But if you're a Stephen King fan, you've got to watch the the License Plate series.
Okay.
The one that happened on Christmas time. It's by Stephen King's son, actually, Joe Hill. It's an AMC show, but the book is like...
Oh, Nosferatu. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
The book was amazing, but the show, not good.
Adam is asking if maybe, Cammie, you saw an AHS coloring book. Because he said
it might have been that, like I said.
Okay.
I've never seen the coloring book.
Okay.
Adam, you'll have to message me and give me the information about this coloring book.
Yeah, and we'll look those up too, because maybe then we'll just like give some. I'll purchase some and give some away to the viewers for when we do the premiere for Stories and season 11. Dead Pop Star said that's my favorite Cronenberg film. Wow, Mary, we do have the same taste in art. His new film is going to be insane. I know. Cronenberg is. He's one of the ones, either you love him or you hate him. You know, either you can't understand his crap or you're like, wow, that was.
It's like M. Night Shyamalan, the same way. M. Night Shyamalan. People either love or hate him.
Blaze, I'm so glad you're almost 21, darling. Watch Videodrome. Any of you guys, though, that are not under 17, I don't recommend you watching Videodrome. It is extremely violent and sexual and mind-bending. So please, I do not recommend that for any children whatsoever.
I might have to YouTube it.
What's up?
I'll have to YouTube it with my Trilogy of Terror. I'll have to have.
I don't think it's on YouTube. Videodrome is so hard to find. The only time I found a copy of Videodrome was on DVD at Half Price Books for $50, and I refused to pay $50 for it. So I think I'm sure they have a Blu-ray copy, but it's summertime and I'm trying not to spend any money. So
sounds good.
Yeah, Glenn, please make some art. We would love to see it. And then if you want to put it on your Instagram, I would love to feature it here too. And guys, if you have any websites or any products or anything that you guys do or make, don't forget, you can absolutely let me know. I would love to promote you as well. So we are going to go ahead and start wrapping up the stream. My little sweet Cooksy is giving me the eye stare like, love me or I will eat your puzzle that you're working on. So he does things for attention. So
they all do.
So Cammie, I just want to say thank you again so much for joining me.
You're very welcome.
I love the magic that you bring to the live stream.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. I'm introduced to a whole new bunch of fans and it's just great. It's just phenomenal. I was like so happy that we connected.
Yeah, and I was hoping, I'm going to talk to you later about this, but I was hoping we could do a video together, one that I could actually post, and then we could do another live stream. And if it's okay, if people wanted to contact you just to say hi, maybe we could post an email address or something for you. And that way, if anybody wanted to.
Sounds good. I have 2 emails. I can get them. So
yeah, just say, hey, saw you. I thought you're awesome. Anybody want to send Cammie a lot of love. You by all means. I just want to say that Rendy said I saw Video Drone when I was 8. My mom was at Munch on Censorship. 10 out of 10. Don't recommend it for kids. Rendy, my parents were the same way. They were not the censoring kind of parents. Maybe when I was younger, they were like, no Chucky movies, no Nightmare on Elm Street. But I could read any kind of true crime book I wanted. I could watch any documentary, and my dad showed me Video Drone when I was like, 10. So my dad showed me The Evil Dead when I was 5. So
the trailer is available on YouTube.
Which one is?
The trailer is.
Okay, the trailer for Video Drone is available. Okay. But I love parents who are not too keen on censorship. We censor the bad stuff, but yet keep the good art stuff. Keep the good art stuff, the worthy stuff in front of us.
You could read it, but you couldn't see it.
Yes.
It was like that in my house.
Glenn, thank you so much. He mentioned that his Instagram is Glenn Murphy Art. Guys, please go check out Glenn's artwork. He sends me his artwork every once in a while, and I love it. I mean, I feel really special that he takes his time to send me an actual piece of his artwork. So please go check out his art. It's really awesome. Okay. So thank you guys so much again for being here. I really appreciate it. Cammie, I love you and appreciate you. You stick around, Miss Cammie. You stick around, Miss Cammie. You guys, though, go somewhere. It's summer. Have fun. Don't do bad stuff. Do good stuff. Be good people. Do good things for good people. And thank you again for watching. And don't forget to beware of the tearjerker watching our girl, Sexy Scathage. Oh my God, Cooksy is... Okay. Cooksy says bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
I gotta hit the end button, buddy. Let me hit the end button.